Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Triumph of Christianity, How a Forbidden Religion Swept the World, by Bart D. Ehrman. Read by George Newbern, with an introduction read by the author.
Introduction. In my junior year of college, I took a course in English literature that made me understand for the first time how painful it can be to question your faith. The course introduced me to poets of the 19th century who were struggling with religion. Even though I was a deeply committed Christian at the time, I became obsessed with the work of the great Victorian poet of doubt, Matthew Arnold. Nowhere is Arnold's struggle expressed more succinctly and movingly than in that most famous of 19th century poems, Dover Beach. The poem recalls a brief moment from Arnold's honeymoon in 1851. While standing by an open window overlooking the cliffs of Dover, Arnold takes in the shoreline below, mesmerized by the sights and sounds of the sea as the tide goes out. The sea is calm tonight, the tide is full, the moon lies fair upon the straits. On the French coast the light gleams and is gone. The cliffs of England stand, glimmering and vast, out in the tranquil bay. He asks his bride to join him at the window to enjoy the sweet night air, and to look down where the waves break upon the beach. Listen, you hear the grating roar of pebbles which the waves draw back and fling at their return up the high strand. Begin and cease, and then again begin, with tremulous cadence slow, and bring the eternal note of sadness in. This is the sound, he notes, that Sophocles described many centuries before in his play Antigone, a sound that made the Greek dramatist think of the turbid ebb and flow of human misery. The sound gives Arnold a thought as well, but one quite different and particularly attuned to his age. For Arnold, the retreating sea is a sad metaphor for the Christian faith, ebbing from his world and leaving a naked shoreline in its wake. There was a time, he wistfully recalls, when the world was comfortably filled to the full with faith. The sea of faith was once, too, at the full, and round earth's shore lay like the folds of a bright girdle furled. But that sea, too, is now retreating, and one can hear the sucking sound as it pulls back from the shore.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?